السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الحمد لله الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. I welcome you all to the class of دروس اللغة العربية لغير الناطقين بها. And inshallah ta'ala today we are beginning with lesson number 2, which is we're learning ذلك. But before that, what did we learn in the first lesson? In the first lesson we've learned we learned ma. For example, ma hada, what is this? Right? We learn ma hada, what is this? As well as we learn ahada. For example, is this a house? Ahada baytun. Is this a house? We learned a. A is for, you have a brief idea about something. So you say ahada masjidun. Is this a masjid? Ahada baytun. Is this a bayt? And the reply will be na'am hada baytun. Yes, this is a house. Naam, yes, this is a house. And we learned baytun with tanween. If it comes at the end, it means a house, right? A house. Because the tanween says that this is not any specific house, but it is like any general house. It's called indefinite noun. In Arabic, inshallah, it'll come in the third lesson. It is called nakira. Nakira, which is indefinite house, like any house, kind of. This is a house. It's not like it's the house which is specific. As well as we learned in the first lesson, man hada. Who is this? Who is this? Man hada. And this man, we said, this is used for aqil, which is used for human beings. Human beings. Man hada. Hada rajulun. Hada rajulun. This is a man. This is a man. As well as there were a bunch of vocabulary. If you go back, like for example, we learned baytun, a house, masjidun, a masjid, babun, a door, kitabun is a book, khalamun, pen, miftahun, key, maktabun is a desk, sarirun is a bed, kursiyun is a chair. And then qamisun, shirt, new words, najmun is a star. What else? This is all qamis, najm. Sarirun, bed. Then tabibun, doctor. Waladun, a boy. Talibun is a student. Hada talibun. Man hada? Who is this? Hada talibun. This is a student. Hada waladun. Is this a boy? No, this is a man. La hada rajulun. La hada rajulun. This is a man. Hada tajirun. This is a trader. And we learn some animals also. Kalbun is a dog. Khittun is a cat. Is this a dog? No, this is a cat. We learned himarun, which is a donkey. Hisanun is a horse. Jamalun is a camel. Dikun is a rooster, male. Mudarrisun is a teacher. Mindilun is a handkerchief. Inshallah, don't worry about vocabulary so much, but these were all the vocabularies which we learned. He will use the same vocabulary almost. Every lesson he introduced very little vocabs, especially in this book. Now, the next book, yes, it'll increase. Okay, dhalika. This lesson we are learning. So these are called Asma'ul Ishara. Asma'ul Ishara, pointer nouns or demonstrative nouns in English. So we'll use for male, which is near. We'll use hada. Hada, which is for near. Correct? Hada, something which is near. Hada kitabun, this is a book. Hada baytun, this is a house. Like that. Hada rajulun, this is a man. Same thing for male, for which is things which are far, we'll use dhalika. Dhalika kitabun, that is a book. Right? So this is what we are learning in this lesson, dhalika. And notice here, dhalika is written dal lam kaf. But we'll read it as dhalika. Dhalika. That's how, like, hadha is written hadha alif, dal alif. We'll read it as hadha, not hadha. Same thing here. Dhalika. That's why they write this dagger alif, or alif saghira it is called. Dhalika, for far things. For far things. Um, so let's read, inshallah ta'ala, this lesson. Dhalika. Very common pointing out dhalika. Ma dhalika, what is that? This hada is this. Hada. Dhalika is that. What is that? Ma is what? No. Dhalika najmun. That is a star. That is a star. Dhalika najmun. Hada masjidun wa dhalika baytun. So this is near. Hada masjidun. This is a masjid and that is a house. Dhalika baytun. And that is a house. Hada masjidun wa dhalika baytun. This is a masjid and that is a house. No? Dhalika is used for far things. This is what? Horse, and this is a donkey. So hada hisanun wa dhalika himarun. Hisanun, this is a horse. This tanween tells us this is a horse. This is a horse. Wa dhalika himarun, and that is a donkey. Adhalika kalbun, is that a dog? Correct. La dhalika qittun. No, that is a cat. We can use a hada also, but this is far away. So we say adhalika kalbun. Is that a dog? No, that is a cat. Very simple. Dhalika. Ma dhalika. What is that? It's far away. Dhalika sarirun. That is a bed. Dhalika sarirun. That is a bed. Next, for humans also, we can use dhalika, hadha, dhalika. For example, who is this and who is that? Man hadha wa man dhalika. Who is this? Man hadha wa man dhalika. Hadha mudarrisun. By the way, you should read this with a it's a kasra, huh? Below the tajdeed is a kasra, not mudarras, but mudarris. Hadha mudarrisun wa dhalika imamun. This is a teacher and that is an imam. Wa dhalika imamun. Mudarrisun wa dhalika imamun. And wa is and. Ma dhalika, what is that? New word. Dhalika hajarun. That is a rock or a stone. Dhalika hajarun. Dhalika hajarun. That is a stone or a rock. Next, hadha sukkarun wa dhalika labanun. This is sugar and that is milk. Hadha sukkarun wa dhalika labanun. Notice here, we are not saying a sugar. Although we said that when we have tanween, you have to say this is a sugar, but in English, we do not say for uncountable nouns, kind of. So we say this is sugar and that is milk. That means it's any sugar. It's not like specific. This is sugar and that is milk. We are not adding the also. This is the sugar. You're just saying this is sugar and that is milk. Labanun. There's another halib, but here we learn laban is milk. But in dialect, laban is actually that yogurt type of thing. Halib is actually milk. So هذا سكر وذلك لبن. تمرين. Tamreen is just exercise. It's just a short lesson. Tamreen اقرأ واكتب, read and write. هذا سكر وذلك لبن. See, there's no tanween, still we are giving tanween. That's how we have to practice reading without tashkil. Because most of the Arabic books are, most of them, they don't have tashkil. Fatha dhamma kasra. هذا سكر وذلك لبن. This is sugar. Many people, they give kasra. There's no need to give kasra or fatha because the default is it should be rafa. It should be marfu. Marfu in the sense lab dhamma because there's nothing to change it. That's the default. هذا سكر وذلك لبن. This is sugar and that is milk. Man ذلك. Don't start with min. That's also a common mistake. They read this as min. Why is it not min? Because there's no aina after it. So the rule is, if a min comes, it has to be, generally speaking, in this book at least, aina should come. Min aina anta. And you'll get to know through the context also. But this is man. Man. Man dhalika. Who's that? Man dhalika. Who is that? Dhalika imamun. That is an imam. Dhalika imamun. Adhalika khittun. Is that a cat? La dhalika kalbun. No, that is a dog. Ma hadha. What is this? Hadha hajarun. Don't read it as hijrun. This is a hill. Suratul Hijr. But this is hajar. Because that's what we learned. Hajarun. So same letters, it could be different meanings also, depending on the vowels, depending on the fatha dhamma kasra. Okay, new words here. They didn't give it in the first lesson, but al kalimatul jadidatu, new words. Imamun, imam, hajarun, a stone, sukkarun, sugar, and labanun is milk. Alhamdulillah. Right? If you have any questions, inshallah. Also, that's it for lesson number 2, where we learn dhalika. Dhalika, which is, inshallah, very simple. We are going to be trying to go a little slow, but don't worry, inshallah. It's necessary in the starting, especially till lesson 5. After that, things will pick up its pace. All right. So we learned many things. Ahada baytun. So you should start practicing. For example, ahada qalamun. Naam hada qalamun. Is this a pen? Yes, this is a pen. Or if you put it somewhere far and you say, adhalika qalamun. La, dhalika miftahun. Is that a pen? No, that is a key. No, that is a key. La, dhalika miftahun. Adhalika kitabun. Adhalika kitabun. Naam, dhalika kitabun. Is that a book? Yes, that is a book. Or you can ask questions also. Ma hadha? Hadha kitabun. Ma dhalika? What is that? Dhalika kitabun. All right. Next, ad-darsu thalith, third lesson. Here we are getting introduced to al. So there are nouns generally, they are of 2 types. One, they are called nakira. Nakiratun, which means generally it has a tanween at the end. Like baytun, we translate as a house. Correct? Then there's ma'rifah. Don't worry about these terms. We'll use it a lot. Ma'rifah is something which is specific. So it becomes al-baytu. We add al, right? Which means the house. It's something specific which you know about, or something we've already discussed about. The house is nice. Correct? This is called ma'rifah. So one of the signs of any word being ma'rifah is having al, al-baytu, ar-rajulu. So a noun can have either tanween or al. It can never have both. For example, this is wrong. Al-baytun. It can never happen. And this is requires a lot of practice. This is incorrect. Because in English also we cannot say the house. No, either you say a house, either you say the house. There are 2 options only. So al-baytun is incorrect. It can never happen. Impossible. So there are 2 types of nouns. One is ma'arifa or nakira, which will have tanween. And then there's ma'arifa. This is what we are learning, ma'arifa and nakira, in this lesson. Ad-darsu thalith. Because you need a lot of practice. People, when there's no tashkil, what they do, they read it as al-qalamun. That's a mistake. Okay. So baytun is a house. Al-baytu is the house. Kitabun is a book. Al-kitabu, the book. Al-kitabu, the book. Kitabun, a book. Al-kitabu, the book. Right? It's not a sentence. It's just explaining. When al comes, tanween goes away. By the way, there are 7 types of ma'arifa. 7 types of ma'arifa. One is with al. The other is a name. Alam, it's called alam. So we have learned 2 of them. Muhammadun, for example, Khalidun. You might be like, Muhammadun has tanween, right? So do we say a Muhammad, a Khalid? No, because it's a name, alamun. Mm. Something with a ya also we'll learn later on. Um, like ya Zaidu or ya Rajulu, oh man. When you're specifying, you're calling him out, no? So you say ya, that also becomes specific. So 7 times. I'm not mentioning all of them. One is mudaf ila ma'rifa. We'll learn in next fifth lesson. Mudaf and mudaf ilayhi. Mm. Um, and then ismul ishara is also what we learn. Hada, hadihi, dhalika, tilka. All these are also specific. They're ma'rif. When you're pointing something out, hada baytun, that is also fixed, no? It's not something vague. It's something fixed. Then we have Mausul, which we'll learn in lesson number 9. Alladhi, allati, the ones. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Al-alamu, al-mawsufu. There's another I forgot. Asma'ul ma'rifa. Naam. Al-alamu, wal-mawsufu, wal. Anyways, these are the 6 I remember. But we learned 2 of them with al and alam. Hmm. Uh, There's another, Damir. I forgot Damir, which we'll learn later on. Damir, which is pronoun. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antum, antum, anti, antum, antuna, anana. Why am I giving this? Because many times when you learn something is ma'rifa, it should fall in these categories, right? Why we have to say something is ma'rifa? So that it doesn't have tanween. But for ismul ishara, this won't have tanween. Alladhi, this is also, these things won't have tanween. Even mudaf will not have tanween because they're fixed. So some words are fixed in Arabic language, right? So this will not have tanween. When there's a name, this will have, this will not have tanween. This will have tanween, but it's a name. This also won't have tanween. So out of all of these, only this will have tanween. A name. Alamun is a name. Why did I give you this list? So that you get an idea. If something is ma'arifa, if I say something is ma'arifa, that means it should fall in this 7 types. Anwa'ul ma'arif. But if you don't understand all that, don't worry. It's not a goal. It's just an introduction to things which will come in the future, inshallah. Right. Just we have to learn as of now. Al-baytu is the house. Kitabun is a book. Al-kitabu, the book. Qalamun, a pen. Al-qalamu, a pen, the pen. Jamalun, a camel. Al-jamalu, the camel. Al-jamalu, the camel. So you want to say the pen is broken. You see a pen which is broken, and it is something specific. You're not saying this pen is broken. That we'll learn later on. Hadal qalamu. We just said hada to al. But you want to say the pen is broken, right? It's something which we talked about already. That you have a pen. So you want to say the pen is broken. And that's how most sentences start. The list which I gave you, you either start a sentence with hada, you either start with sentence with al, you either start a sentence with a name, or you start with the pronoun huwa, he is, like that, right? That's why it's called mubtada. Mubtada, ibtida means to begin, to start, correct? So this is a mubtada and this is the khabar. So mubtadas are, generally speaking, mostly they are ma'rifa. They have to be ma'rifa. That means they should be known because, I mean, we generally speak from known to the unknown. We talk about things which we know and then talk about it, something which is unknown. Hamid, so we know, we already know who Hamid is. So we say Hamid has come, or Hamid is a smart boy. If you don't know who's Hamid, you'll ask who's Hamid, whom you're referring to. Oh, the boy who came yesterday. Then you have to give a description, right? So that is why in Arabic also we have to start with mubtada, which is ma'rifa, and then nakira. Mubtada is most of the time, there are exceptions, but most of the time it is ma'rifa, right? Something which is known, something which is known, and this is unknown. Broken is the khabar. So you're talking about the pen and you're giving an intimation that it is unknown, that it is broken. So, and khabar is mostly nakira. Khabar is mostly nakira. Khabar means news. This is the hero, for example. You're bringing a news about the hero. Like this is the pen. Pen, something about it is happening. Khabar is the news. Al-qalamu maksurun. The pen is broken. Because if you want to make your own sentences, you should be careful about this. Right? You have to start something with al or huwa or hada or name. Right? You cannot say maksurun al-qalamu. That's wrong. You cannot reverse it out. The order cannot be reversed. All right. Al-qalamu maksurun. The pen is broken. Al-babu. So new words here. Maksurun is broken. Broken. New vocabulary. Al-babu maftuhun. Open. Miftahun is a key. Many people get confused. Maftuhun is open. Al-babu maftuhun. The door is open. Al-waladu jalisun. Wal-mudarrisu waqifun. The boy is sitting. Jalisun means sitting. New word. And wal-mudarrisu waqifun. Waqifun is standing. The boy is sitting and the teacher is standing. So new words, many new words. Maksurun, broken. Maftuhun, open. Jalisun is sitting. Waqifun is standing. Waqifun. Wal-mudarrisu waqifun. So the book is new. New word again. Jadidun. Al-kitabu jadidun. Wal-qalamu qadimun. By the way, this Hamza is written with a Saad on top. That means you have to join. Huh? This Hamza of Al is Hamzatul Wasl. So Hamzatul Wasl, there are two types of Hamzas or Alifs you could say. We'll call them Hamzas. One is written like this or it's written with a Saad on top. I don't know if I can, uh, if I can show you because uh, I don't know what key it is on PC. All right. Written with a small Saad on top. That means this Hamza should be joined. Like there's a Saad like this. Saad, which you can see here. Saad. And this is a Saad. Wasl. Wasl means to join. Right? So when these comes, what you have to do is you have to join them. And these are the exceptions, right? Hamzatul Wasl is the exception because it only comes in specific places like al. I just saw it kind of like this. It only comes with al and in other specific words. So with al, it is common. Anything else, it is a hamzatul qata. What do you know? How do you write qata? You'll write it like this if it's fatha, or like this if it's a kasra. Now, or a fatha or dhamma, and this like a kasra. Like for example, I want to say a name. For example, in Urdu, what do you do? I mean, people who know Urdu, they'll write it like this. Anwar, for example. This is incorrect in Arabic. You have to write it Anwar like this. Aslam or Ana. This is all Hamzatul Qata, which means your voice should be cut there. If I add min, for example, min anwar, I cannot join that. I have to say min anwar, this is aslam, min aslam, right? And min ana, from me or minni. Okay, so this hamza is a don't get confused with this sad here. Wal qalamu qadimun. Al kitabu jadidun. The book is new and the pen is old. Wal qalamu qadimun. And the pen is old. Al himaru saghirun. The horse is small. New word again. Wal hisanu kabirun. And the donkey is small and the horse is big. Wal hisanu kabirun. Al-kursiyu maksurun. The chair is broken. Al-kursiyu maksurun. Al-mindilu wasikhun. The handkerchief is dirty. Al-mindilu wasikhun. Mindil is handkerchief. Wasikhun, dirty. New words. Al-ma'u baridun. Ma is water. The water is cold. Al-ma'u baridun. Al-ma'u baridun. The water is cold. Al-qamaru jamilun. Al-qamaru, the moon is beautiful. البيت قريب والمسجد بعيد. The house is near and the masjid is far. See, قريب, far is بعيد, بعيد. الحجر ثقيل والورق خفيف. The stone is heavy and the paper is light. خفيف. اللبن حار. The milk is hot. So حار, opposite, is cold. القميص نظيف. The shirt is clean. So anytime you write a word, here he's teaching us opposites, no? Most of them. Like wasikhun is dirty. What's the opposite of it? Opposite is nadhifun. Nadhifun. Then harun is hot. The opposite is baridun, cold. What else? Thaqilun. Thaqilun is heavy. Khafifun is light. Hmm? Khafifun is light. Maksudan, he did not teach. So broken is broken. Saghirun, kabirun, also small, big. Old, new, jadidun, qadimun. These two also. Hmm. So generally, if you want to understand vocabulary, for nouns, you should take it singular. I mean, these things. And also, if it's possible, you should go and learn the plural of it. And then its opposite, and then make a sentence out of it. Four things if you want to internalize a vocabulary. So that's how it'll help you. Take it singular, plural, opposite, as well as make sentences from those. Uh, so it'll help you remember. All right. اقرأ واكتب, you have to read with the correct أضفت أواخر الكلمات with the correct endings. So this has no al, so you have to give tanween. So masjidun, two dhammas. Why? There's no al, no, and there's nothing to change it. So masjidun, a masjid, al masjidu, the masjid, al ma'u, the water, ma'un, a water. We don't say it in English, but still. Al baytu, the house, babun, a door. This is has no also. Qalamun, a pen. Al qalamu, the pen. Al kalbu, the dog. Kalbun, a dog. Qamisun, a shirt. Waladun, a boy. Al hajaru, the stone. Al waladu, the boy again. Himarun, a donkey. Al himaru, the donkey. So you should try to practice reading this. Al hisanu, the horse, and hisanun. Hmm? Uh, so if al comes, give one dhamma. If there's no al, give two dhammas. And he wants us to also practice. So he gives words without tashkil here, sentences without tashkil. Hmm? So how do you read? First dhamma, because it has al. Al maktabu maksurun. The desk is broken. Many people try to read this as madrasa. Madrasa, remember, it will be right like this with a ta at the end. This is madrasa. Whenever you see this, this is mudarris. Mudarris. Always. So you should get used to seeing this word out. It's very common in this book. Al mudarrisu jadidun. The teacher is new. Al qamisu wasikhun. The shirt is dirty. Try practicing reading like this. Al labanu baridun. The milk is cold. Baridun is cold. Opposite is harun. Wasikhun, opposite is nadhifun. Al masjidu maftuhun. The masjid is open. Maftuhun. We'll learn later on. Close is mughlaqun. Close, mughlaq. This is maftuhun. Al hajaru. Because we learned previous words, you should be this word should be internalized. Like this is hajar we are reading here. Right? Many people ask, how do we read without tashkil? This is how. You learn the word, so this cannot be any other word. It cannot be luban, liban, nothing else. It is only al-labanu. Same thing, we didn't learn anything else. So this is al-hajaru, and this could be only kabirun, nothing else. Kibar, kubar, nothing. Kabirun. The stone is big. Al-hajaru kabirun. So al-labanu baridun wal-ma'u harrun. The milk is cold and the water is hot. The milk is cold and the water is hot. Al-imamu jalisun wal-mudar. There's a meme written by the way, huh? Like this, they write the meme. So that's a meme. You can't see, but it's written like this. It's a meme. Al-imamu jalisun. Because if you write dal, it's written like this without the meme. But in this font, the meme is written, you know, in a curve like this. وَالْمُدَرِّسُ وَاقِفٌ. We learned jalisun is sitting and mudarris is waqifun, which is standing. Al-qamaru ba'idun. The moon is far. Ba'idun. Al-mindilu, not mandil, but mindilu. Nadhifun. The handkerchief is clean. Nadhifun. All right. If you want, you can help me with this. There are 6 words here. Jamilun is beautiful. Wasikhun, dirty. Maftuhun, harun, thaqilun, khafifun. Open, hot, heavy, and khafif. So what is al-hajaru?
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف حالك؟
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله
الحمد لله، جزاك الله خير.
الحجر
الحجر ثقيل.
ثقيل. نعم. Let me write. الحجر ثقيل. أحسنت. نعم. الباب
الباب مفتوح.
مفتوح. نعم. The door is open. القمر
القمر ثقيل جميل.
نعم. القمر جميل. The moon is beautiful. 4th one.
المنديل وسخ.
هنا الورق.
الورق خفيف.
نعم. الورق is paper is light. الورق خفيف. نعم.
المنديل وسخ.
وسخ dirty. اللبن.
اللبن حار.
نعم. اللبن حار. أحسنت. Okay. Give me words here. Anything you could give. Like نظيف, something is clean.
Me or the brother there, I don't know.
Yeah, you can also try. أخ طالوت.
نعم نعم. Can you hear me?
Yes. نظيف, so something is clean. You can give some word.
المنديل.
المنديل. نعم. Starts with an al because this is مبتدأ. نعم. المنديل نظيف. نعم. مكسور.
القلم
القلم
مكسور.
نعم. بارد.
اللبن بارد.
اللبن بارد. نعم. قريب.
الكرسي.
نعم. قريب. The chair is near. نعم. بعيد.
البيت.
The house is far. واقف.
المدرس
المدرس
واقف.
نعم. The teacher is standing. جالس.
الولد
الولد
جالس.
جالس. أحسنت. كبير. The boy is sitting. كبير.
الحصان.
الحصان كبير. نعم. The horse is big. قديم.
المسجد
المسجد قديم. The masjid is old. جديد is new.
الكتاب.
الكتاب جديد. نعم. الكتاب جديد. So any sentence you have to start with الأحسن. نعم. الكلمات الجديدة. القمر the moon. Jadidun new, qadimun old, wasikhun is dirty, nadhifun is clean, harun is hot, baridun is cold, saghirun is small, kabirun is big, maftuhun is open, maksurun is broken, thaqilun is heavy, khafifun is light, jamilun is beautiful, waqifun is standing, and jalisun is sitting. And this will do inshallah in next class, which is Shamsiya and Qamariya. Today, I just wanted to talk about the three cases of nouns. Now, what can anyone tell me? What are the three cases? If you have an idea, like marfu is the first one, which ends with one dhamma or two dhammas. No, like for example, Muhammadun. Then we have majrur, majrurun, marfuun, majrurun, which is Muhammadin. Right? It has two kasras or one kasra, depending. If it has al, it'll have one kasra. Right? Majrur, marfu, majrur, and the third one is mansubun. Mansubun, like Muhammadan. Muhammadan. So any noun should be in these three states or cases. Right? The endings will change. Why will it change? There are reasons. For example, in the next lesson, we'll learn, inshallah, in next class. For example, fi comes. Fi means in. It's a harfu jar, it is called. It's called what? Harfu jar. It will make nouns majroor. Means it will give kasra. Right? For example, Muhammadun, or we'll say al baytu or baytun, for example. A house. If you add fi, it will become fi baytin. Two kasras. Fi baytin, in a house. Right? In a house. And then if it's al baytu, the house, it's not a sentence, but saying in the house, for example, fil bayti, in the house. See, fi has given it a kasra. So we call this, harfu jar, and this will be ism majroor. Ism, which is majroor. Majroor means with a kasra, no? So this is very important, and many people, they are unable to memorize these. Marfu, majroor, and mansoob. Mansoob. Marfu with a dhamma ending, one dhamma, two dhammas, depending on al, if it comes, depending on ma'rifa, nakira. Majroor is with a kasra, and mansoob is with a fatha. When will fatha come? We'll learn in the next book. This will not be learned in this book. It will come in book 2, inshallah. We're learning these two, inshallah. And this will be covered in lesson 4 and 5 in the next 2 lessons. Majroor. So first reason is when fi comes, and there are 17 prepositions like this, like ba, ta, kaf, like bismillah. It was ismullahi, Allah's name. Bismillahi, because of ba we gave a kasra. Bismillah, in the name of Allah, or with the name of Allah. Right? Bismillah. Now, we learn min. We learn only 4 of them, not 17. We learn 4. Min means from. Minal bayti, from the house. And we learn ilal bayti, to the house. Ala al maktabi, on the table. Now, inshallah, these things will come. So remember the 3 cases of nouns. Any noun should be in these 3 cases. In these 3 cases, marfu with a dhamma, 2 dhammas, majroor with 2 kasras, and mansoob with 2 fathas or 1 fatha. 2 dhammas or 1 dhamma. Al baytu, al bayta, al bayt.
Sorry, I have a question.
Yeah.
Afwan.
Yeah.
Ba, ta, and ka, all of them are min. All of them are harf jar.
Yes, there are 17. Ba, ta, kaf, lam. Like for example, billahi, tallahi, kallahi. Ba means be also. And then lam also, li. We'll learn later on. Alhamdulillahi. Ba, ta, there's a song like that. Ba, ta, kafu, lamu, wow, mundu, mudkhala. Wow also, mundu, mudkhala. Rubba hasha min adafi an ala hatta ila. One of our shuyukhs, they made us memorize it like this. Ba, ta, kafu, lamu, wow, mundu, mudkhala. Mundu means since. There are meanings. Then rubba hasha min adafi an ala hatta ila. There's 17 huruful jar. 17. So what these words will do, they will make the word give kasra. We are not learning all the 17. In the next lesson, we'll learn only 4. We'll learn fi in ala on, min from, ila to. Now, inshallah. They will make the following word majroor. What is majroor? Kasra, like Allahu, lafzul jalala. We say minallahi. If you open the Quran also, if you search, most of the words will have kasra. For example, this website, like I showed you, tafsir.app. You can search like barid. I was searching for baridun, for example, la baridun wala kareem. To emphasize more, for the vocabulary, you can search like this in the Quran. It's not cold, not noble. The water, the waqia. You can search for qadimun. Is it there in the Quran? Yes. قالوا تالله إنك لفي ضلالك القديم. You are in your old misguidance. كالعرجون القديم. إفك قديم, old fabrication. You can search for jadid. Is it there in the Quran? نعم. إنا لفي خلق جديد. خلقا جديد. On the day of judgment, they are asking, will we be created in a new creation? Any vocabulary you can search. Obviously, modern ones won't be there. So you can search for min also. But min is a difficult one because, see, min qablika. See, qablu, it was all qabla. And because of min, it got kasra. Min rabbihim. Ulaika ala hudam min rabbihim. If there was no min, fi ghayr al-Quran, it would have been rabbuhum. Because of min, it got a kasra. Wa minan nasi. And from the people, see, min has come, so kasra has come. This is called ism majroor. You can search for ila also like that. Ila, to someplace. Ilayka, ila shayatinihim. Shaytanu becomes shayateen, or shayatinu becomes shayatini. And then ila samai, you can search for fi, fihi, fi qulubihim. See? So if you start noticing like this, your vocabulary will also, you'll start pondering the Quran also. Fil ardi, in the earth. Fi dhulumatin, they are in darknesses. And what else we learn? Ala. Ala is on. Ala hudan doesn't happen, but ala qulubihim. Qulubuhum became qulubihim, on their hearts. Right, inshallah. Inshallah, we'll start connecting with the Quran, inshallah. We have huruf shamsiya qamariya in our next class. Inshallah, we'll finish this and start with lesson number 4. Inshallah ta'ala, in our next session. Inshallah. Barakallahu feekum. Inshallah. Jazakallahu khairan. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.